everyone. Welcome to Sabor con OLA. I am Jessica Tovar, and I'm very excited to be here with my guest, Kristian Gerbino.
Hi, Jessica.
Illusion Rivera. Sabor con OLA is a blend of languages, flavors, and stories, a recipe for community. Bienvenidos a todos a Sabor con OLA. Sabor con OLA es una combinación de idiomas, sabores e historias, una receta para la comunidad. Y hoy estamos aquí con Kristian Gerbino. Hello. And Illusion Rivera. Hello, everyone. Okay. ¿Qué vamos a preparar hoy? Hoy vamos a preparar un ceviche de calamari y tilefish. So today our recipe that we're going to share is a ceviche of calamari and tilefish, right? And Kristian here is going to explain how we're going to do it. And tell us a little bit more about who you are and where you are from.
Yes, thank you for having us here today, Jessica. I am Kristian Gerbino. I'm a fisheries specialist with Cornell Cooperative Extension of Suffolk County's Marine Program in Riverhead. And I am part of the fisheries team at Cornell, and we have our Choose Local Fish initiative at Cornell. FISH is an acronym for Fresh, Indigenous, Sustainable, and Healthy. And we are trying to raise awareness and increase demand for local seafood on Long Island.
Fantastic. And so we have Ilusión aquí que nos va a ayudar en español porque nuestro programa va a ser en los dos idiomas. Entonces, si nos puedes explicar un poquito más de quiénes son ustedes y de dónde vienen.
Hola a todos, yo soy Illusion Rivera y yo soy una bióloga marina que trabaja también con Cornell Cooperative Extension. Mi colega Kristen es una especialista en pescado y estamos trabajando en un proyecto para los pescados sostenibles de Long Island. La frase fish, local fish, significa fresco, indígena, sostenible y saludable. Y eso es lo que nosotros le queremos promover a ustedes para que coman saludable, para que coman sostenible en todo lo que hagan, para que puedan obtener lo mejor para la salud y lo mejor para el ambiente también cuando comen sostenible.
Perfecto. Ok, listo. Entonces vamos a preparar nuestro ceviche. Is our water boiling?
Yes.
Right? This is going to be our first step, right? Which is very important.
Yes, our first step to making ceviche. Today we're making it with local squid and tilefish, which are two species that are very common on Long Island. So we really do want people to become more familiar to which fish are abundant in our local waters on Long Island, and this is two of them.
That's fantastic, only because, I mean, obviously I know East End is, super famous for our seafood, but I never knew that calamari was in abundance out here.
Absolutely, yes.
So let me share.
Sí, el calamar es lo que más se pesca en Nueva York y en el estado completo, y Nueva York actually en sí pesca 4.5 millones de libras cada año desde el 2022, y el tilefish también es bien común, y pescan 1.1 millón de tilefish.
Wow. Do you want to share that in English, the statistics?
Yeah. So in New York, squid is actually the top landed species, and there is 4.5 million pounds that is harvested and distributed among the whole state. Tilefish is number 6 with 1.1 million pounds.
That's a lot of fish.
Yeah. So, yes, I say we get started.
Okay.
I'm going to start by squeezing some lime into the boiling water that we will add our squid to. We will blanch the squid after we chop it a little bit.
Do you add any salt to the water?
I'm going to add a generous pinch of salt to the water.
Okay. And this is kosher salt.
Kosher, yeah. Okay. And now I'm going to chop the squid. We have the tubes and the tentacles. This was prepared by the fish market. You can ask for it, tubes and tentacles. And it'll be already cleaned and ready to go right into the recipe. So I'm just going to slice it into rings.
Maybe we should show it afterwards in the ring.
Yep.
I think
We'll cut some of the tentacles.
El calamar se puede encontrar en todos los mercados en Long Island. Como es tan común comer calamar, se puede encontrar fácilmente. Y ahora mismo ella lo está cortando.
What's your limes?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, so that's what it'll look like, all chopped up. We have a few tubes to do. About 1/4 of an inch.
And then we could show the rings. I think everyone's always used to seeing the rings ready versus the actual
Right.
tubes.
Now, squid does cook very, very fast. So we're only going to boil it in the water for no more than 2 minutes.
El calamar se cocina bien rápido, y entonces solamente lo van a cocinar como menos de 2 minutos para que no se endurezca mucho.
Sí. No se ponga cauchudo.
Sí.
Nadie quiere comerse un pedazo de calamar y que parezca caucho. And I'd love to show this is our first time ever having a live audience. So
Yeah.
thank you everyone here for participating.
Ella lo está cortando como 1/4 de pulgada, no muy grueso.
While our water boils.
Yep.
Hopefully it'll get started.
Right?
Now-
So we will also get an ice bath ready so that as soon as the squid comes out of the water, we'll get it right into the ice bath so that it stops cooking. Okay, so now these are the
I'm gonna put
tubes.
my hand, yeah, there we go. So this is the ring.
Right.
And you want to show the tentacles? Do you like to
Right.
keep them big or like bite size?
I like them
show.
big, but
It's all preference.
all preference, right? Even how thin that you slice it is all preference. Okay? So now I'm going to throw this into the boiling salted water. Gonna get it in pretty quickly, and let's time it for no more than 2 minutes.
All right. So while that's boiling for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Do you guys want to tell me how you guys got involved? Do you want to wash your hands?
Let me just rinse. Yeah.
You can tell me then how you got into Cornell Cooperative.
Yeah, so I actually recently obtained my master's in marine conservation and policy, and I started working as a marine biologist for Cornell Cooperative Extension. I've always been very into sea life and protecting the planet, so I think being part of Cornell Cooperative gave me that leadway to just continue with, managing fisheries, helping fishermen, helping the community, informing all communities around Long Island to actually, be sustainable, eat healthy, specifically when it comes to seafood. We want to promote the domestic demand here for our seafood instead of importing seafood from other places. We want to support our local fishermen, and also, we have so much healthy sources here, so why not?
Y en español, por favor.
Sí, recientemente yo obtení mi maestría en política y conservación marina, y yo empecé a trabajar con Cornell Cooperative Extension como una bióloga marina, y desde chica siempre me encantó el agua, los animales. Entonces yo siempre quise trabajar como bióloga marina, protegiendo y también enseñándole al público las mejores formas de proteger y comer sostenible, y como más en ¿cómo se dice? Más cuando se trata del mar, proteger el mar y comer sostenible del mar, los mariscos. Hay mucho para aprender, hay mucho para enseñar, y eso es lo que más quiero hacer.
Qué bonito, me encanta. And how about you? Oh, you want to show?
Yes, I am going to get the squid right into the ice bath. I don't want it to overcook.
Awesome.
Kristen lo dejó para hervir como unos 2 minutos, y ahora lo está sacando del agua para que no se le pase.
Para que no se ponga cauchudo, como
Sí.
habíamos dicho. So I'll help you, and then you
Right.
can share with everyone how you got into Cornell Cooperative.
So I have been with Cornell Cooperative Extension now for 20 years, working on such a range of interesting and important projects, primarily with the commercial fishing community and the recreational fishing community. We work on a lot of research in the field of conservation gear technology, which is designing and testing fishing gears to help reduce bycatch of fisheries that need to rebuild, or the stock might be in need of less fishing pressure on it. So we realized through a lot of our research and things that we do that what Long Island's fishermen really need is more promotion and marketing of the delicious, fresh fish that they bring to the market every day that are feeding the American people. So there's really a need for us to focus on what our local fishermen have to offer, such as the fish that we're eating here today. So that's how we got involved. We have a unique relationship with the fishing community on Long Island that we're able to do these type of important projects and help to promote and really get their support on all of these type of things.
That's fantastic. And you were sharing with me earlier that you go to like farmers markets and you do food demonstrations,
I do
right?
a lot of food cooking demonstrations with seafood because seafood can be very intimidating. People don't always know how to cook it. They know that it's healthy and it's an important part of the diet, but they are hesitant sometimes to know what to do with it. And we want to take out all the stops when it comes to getting people to cook with fish and getting them comfortable, getting them familiar with some recipes that are easy and healthy and not intimidated by cooking in their house.
And where are you guys located?
Our office is in Riverhead.
In Riverhead.
Yeah,
but you guys kind of go everywhere.
We go everywhere on Long Island doing cooking demos and research, even to other states that we work with.
Even other states? Really? Like where?
We go to Rhode Island quite a bit to do some of our fisheries research.
Maine to Jersey, really. Yeah.
Jersey? And how often do you guys go out of state?
It all depends, but at least monthly, I would say.
Wow, that's a lot of traveling.
Yes. I mean, we have a big team, though, of, say, 11 people doing different projects. We are fully grant funded, so whatever we can propose that's important to be carrying out in the fishing industry, we're trying to do that. So that's why it ranges very much from our at-sea research to our cooking demos.
Fantastic. And now you're the only one who does the cooking portion of it, or Illusion?
No,
¿Tú también cocinas?
We like to throw everyone into the mix, right?
¿También cocinas?
Yeah, sí, también
Yeah.
cocino. To catch up our Spanish speakers, Kristen estuvo trabajando por 20 años con Cornell Cooperative Extension y trabajamos las dos mucho con pescadores en la isla y desde Maine, los estados más norte, hasta como New Jersey, que viene siendo más abajo, trabajamos con ellos, pero hoy queremos enseñarle a ustedes que no tienen que estar intimidados por cocinar y usar los pescados de Long Island, lo que conocen. Pueden salir de su comfort zone, más o menos, y aprender cómo cocinar. Uno de nuestros programas tenemos un website, localfish.org, y ahí pueden encontrar muchos videos, muchas recetas para cocinar los pescados y todos los mariscos que se encuentran en esta área local.
Okay. Y también de ahí podemos encontrar qué pescaderías usar también.
Sí, y en el mismo website, localfish.org, también hay un mapa donde pueden encontrar donde más cerca le queda, como algunos mercados de pescaderías y cosas así para encontrarlo y ver los precios, comparar y ver lo que más conviene para cada persona.
Perfecto. Y bueno, a mí me da mucha curiosidad también en saber en temporadas. Si digamos, hoy estamos usando tilefish. ¿Es ideal usar para el ceviche por la temporada o simplemente porque es un pescado local?
Bueno, para decirle en sí, como que el calamar siempre va a estar es lo que más se pesca, entonces siempre va a estar disponible, pero es en sí dependiendo en el mercado, porque hay mercados que sí pueden obtener el pescado dependiendo de los pescadores que están contratados o los botes que trabaja, pero en sí es un pescado muy bueno para el ceviche.
Perfect. Okay. We'll give a little sum in English too. I was asking, Illusion was also telling us that on your website we can find maps of different fisheries that we can find all of this local fish.
Yes, the map of Long Island. We have our seafood locator so that wherever you are on Long Island, you can figure out a fish market, a farmer's market, or somewhere where you can find local seafood available to you.
And then the other question that I asked Illusion in Spanish was, I was curious to know if there was like different seasons for using different fish. And like, let's say today we're using tilefish in our ceviche, obviously including calamari, but if there was a reason why we were using specifically more tilefish for this recipe.
These fish that we're using today are pretty much available year-round, but there definitely is some seasonality to different fish. So it's important to eat, just as we eat with the seasons with vegetables, it's also important to eat with the seasons with seafood and know what seafood is fresh and abundant at certain times of the year.
Fantastic. And so with tilefish is all year, we can find it. So now everyone knows we can use tilefish.
Right. Yeah.
Do you want to
let's start putting it together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have the squid. Now, ceviche is cooking the fish with the acids in the lemon and the lime juice as opposed to cooking it with heat.
Yeah.
This is a very refreshing, summery recipe to me. So this is the tilefish that we have right here. We are going to add the tilefish and the squid.
It's all chopped up.
Chopped up, yep. You can see, it's a matter of preference how large you like the chunks of fish, but keep in mind that the cooking time, right, or the cooking time with ceviche, it does need to sit it should sit overnight or at least for a few hours to allow, this is the lime juice and the lemon juice we're pouring in to basically, you cook it with the acid of the citrus. So the smaller you cut the pieces, the quicker it will be.
So lime
red.
And lemon.
Lemon and lime, yep.
Lemon and lime.
You can even add some orange sometimes.
Oh,
but you'll see that the fish starts to turn white, like as if you were cooking it in a pan, as it sits. So you'll see that it becomes cooked with the acids.
Entonces el ácido del citrus, o sea, del limón, es lo que nos va a ayudar a cocinar el pescado en vez de cocinarlo con el calor. Entonces, Kristian nos está mostrando que va cambiando color ya al tocar ya el jugo del limón, se va poniendo más opaco en vez de estar así translucent, right?
Yes. All right, we are going to add some finely chopped red onion, some chopped jalapeno,
Just a couple.
and that you can add however much you would like based on how much heat you want, and cilantro.
A couple.
La cebolla, el jalapeño y el cilantro va a gusto. Pueden hacerlo como quieran, mucho cilantro, mucha cebolla, como quieran ustedes, va a gusto.
A pinch of salt. Salt, again, how much you add is based on how much you like to taste in your recipe. I don't like that much salt. I like to really taste the fish and the citrus. Yep. So now one thing that I find a lot of people don't like to cook fish in their house because
the smell.
So this recipe, when people say, tell me that, I say, try something like ceviche because it smells delicious in here, right? It smells like fresh, lemon, lime, cilantro. There's really, you won't have that problem.
Alright, so Kristian nos está explicando que muchos no les gusta preparar pescado en la casa porque después nos apesta la casa pescado, pero esta es una buena opción porque no estamos cocinando, simplemente se está cocinando es con ya el jugo de limón. y es muy refrescante. So we're gonna cover this.
We're gonna cover it and put it in the refrigerator for a few hours. Oh, a little olive oil. So add a little olive oil.
Esta receta es bien refrescante y perfecta para el verano.
We're channeling summer.
Yeah,
Early.
summer.
Yes.
Calling it in.
Yes, this is the ultimate summer recipe.
Y entonces vamos a cubrir esto y lo vamos a guardar en la nevera por unas horas. Mínimo dirían ustedes cuántas horas. Idealmente lo dejamos la noche anterior, pero ¿cuál sería el mínimo?
What would be the minimum?
The
Like
minimum like
10
hours
hours.
of like letting this
I would
rest.
say like at least 5 hours.
5 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. We want to make sure we're
You want to make sure it's cooked, yeah.
cooked through.
Now, before you put it away, make sure all the fish is covered with the lime juice.
Okay, entonces antes de cubrirlo vamos a asegurarnos que todo el pescado esté cubierto con el jugo de limón.
Put that in the
Guardar.
refrigerator.
And since it's magic of TV, we have our finished product.
Yes. And you can see that the fish looks cooked.
You want to show it on there?
Perfect.
Looks so good.
The overhead camera.
That's good. Just, yep, get a good overhead look.
And we're gonna make sure that our live audience gets to taste it as well, because it would not be fun if you guys just sit here and listen to us blabber. Oh, and then of course we need some for ourselves. We have to make sure that the chef is fed as well.
Yeah.
Do you have the temper of a chef?
So I'm really a home chef. I can't say that I am a professional chef by any means, but I do love to cook with seafood, and I really enjoy sharing it with other people, teaching them how easy that it really can be.
Okay.
So I am very patient. I do whatever it takes to get people to really enjoy seafood.
Wow, fantastic. Yo estaba molestando a Kristian porque los chefs tienen la fama de ser un poquito mal geniados. Yo también cocino y voy a admitir, soy un poco mal geniada. Mi mamá está aquí también, entonces yo creo que ella puede decir que le he dado dolor de cabeza. How about you?
I do cook. I'm not a professional chef or anything, but I'm not picky at all. I also just throw things around in the kitchen, but I love to inspire people and just push and promote for local seafood. Like, you should be eating at least seafood twice a week, so that's important. Get your good source of protein,
Yes.
omega-3s, and
Right. Seafood is definitely part of a healthy diet. It's very low in fat, high in protein. Different fish have different nutritional values, but for the most part, like I said, definitely high in protein, low in fat.
Fantastic.
es importante comer mariscos, aunque sea 2 veces a la semana, para poder tener la proteína, el omega-3. Esto es una receta perfecta para eso.
Okay. Igual, I remember having a conversation with you guys when we were prepping, for our tapings. And one thing that I have always said, you don't need to be professionally trained to make a delicious meal. I
Right.
think essentially
Right.
we want to go to a restaurant and who do we want to see cooking in the back? I would want to choose grandma. I hope
Right.
grandma's back there.
Yeah.
Grandma always makes the best recipes.
For
Okay.
sure. Yep.
So this is for us. I'll do a little garnish and make sure that everyone gets a taste. And then I brought tortilla chips for us to eat the ceviche with, but is there anything else that you guys recommend having it with?
I definitely eat it with tortilla chips, but I just want to say that you can add lots of local ingredients, cherry tomatoes, fresh corn. We've had it lots of different ways over the years. Different. What else? I'm trying to think of what else you can add, but there's
I'll
so
tell
many
you
things
what-
that you can add. What would you add?
I love, because I'm Colombian, and so the Colombian in me loves having plantain chips with it.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yum.
plátanos.
Mhm.
And now I'm losing my chips. There we go. All right, so we have our finished product. I'm gonna make sure that everyone gets a little bite. Get a little tortilla chip. You wanna help me?
Yeah.
Get it to our guests. And then we'll get you a spoon that I hope I can find.
Thank you.
We got forks. Got forks. My favorite part is getting the juices of the ceviche. One for you.
Thank you.
One for Illusion.
Thank you.
Get a chip.
Thank you.
All right,
Estoy
let's
emocionada
try
para
it.
tratar esto.
Yeah. All right. Salud. Buen provecho.
Buen provecho.
Bon appetit.
Gracias
Alright.
por estar acá con nosotros.
Thank you
Para la
guys for
próxima.
coming.
Thank you
Hasta
for
la
having
próxima.
us.
Thank you for having us.
Enjoy.
So good.